Now, I've spent a good bit of time here on the internet explaining to y'all how things work down here in the South, and I've had quite a few transplants tell me that information has been pretty helpful. But it got me thinking, what if you find yourself in a situation where you need to fake being Southern today? Well, good luck, buddy. No, but actually there are probably a few things that you need to know that will give you a fighting chance. For example, step 1, mastering the Southern accent. Now this one is definitely the hardest one. You know what? We'll just come back to this one. Appetite. Now, you may have heard that statistically speaking, we are some biggins, but we didn't get that way by just sitting around. No, we sat around and ate. Now, undoubtedly at some point, a Southerner is going to invite you into their home to feed you food that they have cooked, and you better eat every single bite. I mean, clean that plate, leave no crumb behind. And if by chance you can't do that, well then you better get sneaky like a wet fart and take that plate and discreetly go to the trash can and do the old scoop and stash method. You know what I'm talking about. Flip that plate upside down and then mash it in the trash can. Act like you're doing everybody a favor by compacting the trash. But if they're not using paper plates and the fine china has come out, you're in too deep. Nothing I can do to help you. Religion is a pretty big deal around here. You've probably noticed a church on every corner down here in the Bible Belt, and that's because we repackage Christianity like Garth Brooks does his best of CDs. So it would be impossible for me to go over every single denomination down here with you, but I can tell you that a lot of the main ones are a lot like Walmarts. Baptist churches are like Walmarts in dry counties, and that could be any size. The small ones all the way up to the supersized ones that have a coffee shop inside. Then there's Pentecostal churches, and there are so many different levels to Pentecostal churches, but just know that it can range anywhere from walking into a Walmart where the music's really loud and you start to feel it, and you start moving and grooving a little bit, all the way up to you walk into a Walmart in another country and you pull the fire alarm. Now, if you've ever been to Walmart in the morning when they cut the music off for a couple hours, that's essentially a Church of Christ. Methodists are like if Walmart broke off from another Walmart and then started to call itself Sam's Club. I really don't know how deep this metaphor goes, and one of them may be requiring membership cards now. I don't know. Just the rest of us just let Methodists be their own thing. Non-denominational churches are getting pretty popular down here, and I've noticed with quite a few of them that they are run like a Murphy's Express. You know, the little gas station at the front of the parking lot? Yeah, they've always got one person right in the center of it, pretty much running everything. Then you've got your Episcopalians, your Lutherans, your Presbyterians, and they're like the Walmarts that are in the really nice rich neighborhoods where they try to hide the Walmart with a bunch of trees. They don't want to be associated with the rest of us, for good reason. Now, the dress code in the South is incredibly complicated and ever-changing, but also at the same time, it's incredibly simple. That's because the South only has 2 categories of dress: regular clothes and church clothes. The tricky part is knowing when to wear what. Going to a gender reveal out back? You wear your regular clothes. Going to a gender reveal at the Outback Steakhouse? That's church clothes. Wedding at a church? Obviously church clothes. Wedding at a barn? That's gonna be regular clothes. Wedding in a church built next to a barn that is specifically for weddings, you should wear comfortable shoes. There's gonna be a lot of drinking and dancing, probably. College football games? It's gonna be your church clothes. Church softball games. Gonna be a lot of drinking and dancing at that one too, just don't go. Also know that this list will slowly change as you age. The older you get, the more events become church clothes. Like there are little old ladies right now at the grocery store that put on their best hair and makeup just to go buy some bread. And if you're really never sure, luckily the bar for church clothes in the rural South for men is extremely low. All you need is one of these Columbia fishing shirts. I mean, this works as church clothes or casual. It doesn't matter. You'll never be overdressed or underdressed for any occasion. And if you start to sweat about it, don't worry. They're vented. No fishing required. Anybody can buy one. They make them in black too for funerals. Now, conversating is actually pretty easy down here because it don't take a whole lot to get us rambling. But should you need help to get that ball rolling, just know that there are 3 things that every Southerner is prepared to talk about at any moment. The first is weather. Now ours is usually trying to kill us, so there's a lot to talk about there. It's almost like therapy. The second thing is Dollar General. Just go ahead and ask the Southerner what they think about the new Dollar General that they're building across the street from them. Okay? That may not be true, but it also might be. We just don't know with those dang things. And the third thing is barbecue. Just ask a Southerner where their favorite barbecue is in literally any city, and they by law have to tell you their opinion. I mean, we're like walking Yelp reviews. We've even got pictures if you want to see it. Actually, I've got a great one here, some barbecue nachos I got in Georgia that were massive. Here, let me show you. Now, when it comes to manners, you're gonna have to go all in. I mean, say all the please and thank yous, hold all the doors open, tell everybody that their baby's the cutest one you've ever seen, even though it definitely ain't. And be prepared to say yes ma'am or sir to everyone, regardless of age. I once said yes ma'am to an 8-year-old just because she scared me. It's actually gonna be way easier if I tell you the places in the South where manners ain't expected of you. Like the Costco parking lot, Waffle House, specifically between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m., the school pickup line, whenever your team is playing LSU, any grocery store the day before snowfall, and of course, Atlanta. Now, admittedly, I would love to see manners at all of those places, but just be aware that you ain't gonna stick out because there's always somebody there that forgot how their mama raised them. Those are the Southerners that you don't ever wanna make mad. In the unfortunate case that happens, you should be aware of the Southern scale of anger. Did you know that there's a scale to Southern anger? If a Southerner calls you sweetie instead of sweetie, then they've locked on to you. It's all about the tone. Now, if they hit you with the, well, bless your heart, that means that there is still time to put some distance between you and that angry Southerner. But every word they add to that phrase is less time that you have to get away. So if they hit you with a, well, bless your tiny little precious heart, and you're still standing there, buddy, just hold on, because that horse has already left the barn. The next phase is the come apart, and you're gonna know that you're at it because the Southerner will loudly declare that they are fixing to have a come apart. And they will. The best thing you can do at this point now is talk them down to a pitch and a hissy fit. And your final warning is silence. That stare right there. This is your last warning. Now, if you're still standing there at that point, I would suggest you get right with Jesus. But even he may not be able to save you now. And of course, that takes us back to mastering the Southern accent. And I'm gonna be brutally honest with y'all. I thought I would have scared you off by now. I don't know why you're still here. Listen, unless you are a trained British actor, you have no chance of fooling us with your accent. So don't even try. Honestly, it's offensive. So under no circumstances should you ever say these things. Man, it's so nice and warm outside. Are you sure that it's gonna storm later today? Why does that salad bar have chocolate pudding? It's just on the other side of Atlanta. It should take you more than 30 minutes to get there. Is the Cajun spicy? No, I don't think dogs are supposed to eat that. Is this bull peanut stand licensed by the health department? So really, the best advice that I could give you is to just tell everybody that you're a Baptist, stuff your mouth with food, and shut up. That's how most of us have survived down here for decades.